So the next one is application or applying imaginative variation technique. One thing that you have to think about is when you are studying a particular population, right? Ask yourself, why don't you study only one person when you are doing a phenomenological approach? Because we believe that background perception influence how to experience a phenomenon and how they see what they have experienced. We believe that everybody experiences things when they have the natural attitude. Because of that, there's always going to be variation of the narration of participant experience. You can identify 10 people and ask them, how do they experience failure in life? Or maybe how do they experience success? Everybody will give their different understanding and different experience of success. But your focus is on success. Why is everybody giving different understanding, different meaning of success? Because of their background, their age, maybe their gender, maybe their ethnicity, maybe the situation that they find themselves in. Some people might define success because they have a lot of money. Other people can define success in a different way. So you see how you are focusing on success, experience of success, but people are giving different understanding and meaning of success. This means that if you are doing a phenomenological approach, utilizing transcendental phenomenology, you have to apply imaginative variation. This means that you have to select participants with diverse backgrounds. So let's say, as I said, you are studying success. You are not only going to focus on maybe people who are in between 45 and 60, right? You can focus on people maybe 18 to 25 and also 26 to maybe 35. You know what I mean? So that you can get variation of the description of experience. Then, because you have variations, when you are analyzing the data, you ask yourself, what is common across these variations? That is where you come up with the essence of the experience. So when you are using transcendental phenomenology as a way of informing your study, what you have to do is that you always have to select participants with diverse kind of backgrounds so that at the end of the day, you can get diverse or variety of the experiences that they have, so that at the end you can come up with something that is common across. That would be the essence of the experience. So think about what you are studying if you are using a phenomenological approach. So maybe you are focusing on an organization and you want to study the experience of job satisfaction. In order to get a variation of experience, you are not only focusing on maybe leaders, please, one department. At the end of the day, you can see what is common across all these department concerning their experience of job satisfaction. And that is where you'll be able to come up with the essence of experience. So you see imaginative variation. When they are narrating their stories to you, they are giving you their thinking, their thoughts, their feelings, their emotions, their awareness, and then you are collecting that information in variation because everybody is giving different perspective concerning the same experience. Then you'll be able to come up with what is common across, and that will be the essence. This one is quite similar to triangulation, where you are collecting data from multiple sources. In this case, you are collecting data from varieties of experience based on participant background, so that at the end of the day, you can see what are they saying in common. So I hope this one is clear. So let's go to the fourth one. The fourth one is about arriving at the essence of the experience. So your role is to come up with the essence of the experience. How do you do that? Let's say you have interviewed them, you have your transcript. Then you have to go through the transcript and extract all the relevant information, things that you are talking about and their thought process. And you're going to use description focus coding. Description focus coding, as the name implies here, you are just describing what is relevant in the data. Based on the research question, you go through and identify information that is relevant and describe it. Can I create a phrase to represent that information. And so you are just describing what participants are presenting to you in 2 to 5 words, and that will be the code that you are developing. So at the end of the day, you're going to develop a lot of codes. Then you'll be able to categorize the codes to develop themes and also find out the common themes across participants. That will be helping you to develop the essence of the experience. If you want to know more about how to analyze data, the book I wrote with my colleague, The Theoretical Framework in Phenomenological Research, will be very helpful for you. Just to get a big picture, your role is like a reporter. You receive the information, you summarize the information, and you develop themes. You see the themes as the characteristics or the features of the individual experience. Then you find out what is common across participants' information, and that will help you to come up with the essence of the experience.